Welcome, Phil, your Putty Man here, and welcome to the new episode of The Mandalorian Chapter 10, Season 2, of course, The Passenger. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of a situation, and my review, again, is late. Now, today was more of a technical issue that I can't fix, and some of you guys might have the same one. I'm not exactly sure. But before we get into this, I want to go ahead and ask you to do me two favors. First and foremost, make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's the easiest thing you could do. It's the biggest gift you can do for me as well. All right. So with that, we're going to talk about the new episode, Chapter 10, called The Passenger. Now, I usually, like I did my last review, I show video footage, but I had to actually watch the episode on my phone today. And the reason I had to do that was because, well, technical issues. Let me explain why. Okay, so as you see here, I do have the season brought up. But one problem is the episode right here, it's not clickable. It's showing it, but there's some kind of glitch. So I had to go and watch the episode on my phone. I didn't like that I had to do that. I hate that I don't get to enjoy it in full screen on my TV. But this is called life, unfortunately. So I was unable to actually watch it, and I won't be able to go through the clips today with you. Of course, I've done refresh, logged out, restarted my computer, cleared my cache. I did everything, but unfortunately, it's not working. So, with that, I'm going to go through just some of the Easter eggs that were in there that you may not be aware of, and exactly what was going on, and so on and so forth. So, bear with me in mind. I'm going to have very few imagery when it comes to this. So, I'm do the best I can to give you guys an awesome review, and hopefully next week won't be so unfortunately scuffed. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and go through. First off, I want to go ahead and explain how, well, just like in last season, Bounty Hunter is still after the child. He's a big um, part of that. And we do end up back in the Mos Eisley Cantina where you meet the mechanic from last week. I'm forgetting her name already. Um, and also, I think what might be an Andorian ant. Now, there's Andorian ants. I don't have a picture of them, like, outside of, like, it looks like an ant, so it's not really settable. But they're also playing a game called Sabak, and it's more of a gambling game that they play. And in the episode, Mando ends up with a passenger that actually I have never seen the creature. It's a lizard type, gecko type creature that I've never seen before. And this is also the first time we catch Baby Yoda eating fish eggs. So it seems this little guy here likes reptilian type characters when it comes to food, or like amphibians, I would say. Because we've seen him eat a frog, and we've also seen him now eating some kind of like lizard eggs. So you need to cut down on these lizards, buddy. You need to cut down. All right. So we continue on with the Razor Crest probably being patrolled down by some rebel X-wings that are on rendezvous, and the X-wings do go into attack position. So when they open up their wings, they go into attack position because they were a little bit wary of how he was acting. So we end up, well, first and foremost, if you didn't weren't aware, he's not supposed to go into light speed. So the eggs could not take the speed, so of course, they couldn't go into it. So the Razor Crest then crash lands on a snow planet. At first, I thought it was possibly Hoth, and it still could be Hoth. I'm actually going to get to that later, based on what was on the planet, which, if you guys seen the episode, you're clearly aware of what I'm talking about. Um, so there is a hull breach, and at first they thought the eggs were missing, but then Baby Yoda is caught again eating the eggs, which you need to stop, little guy. You stop. You need to do what you're told. Anyway, so then all of a sudden the lizard uses a protocol droid to communicate. Now, if you aren't familiar, the protocol droid is the same one that was in the last season of Mandalorian, and he was the one that was patrolling the ship that actually tried to kill you. Remember that guy? I know, he's scary, isn't he? Arrgh. Um, but anyway, yeah, he's actually patrolling or been destroyed. So he uses this protocol droid to communicate with him without really bringing him back to life. Explaining how it's the last of her species. So that is a good little reference to that as well. So after dealing with the situation with the droid Zero, the passenger ends up leaving the Razor Crest to find some warmth and some water. And during that time, we do find that this little guy, again, is trying to eat eggs. So he ends up eating some eggs of a certain spider. Now, this spider actually is called a Kyrenican. I can never, Kyrena. Kyrekanon. Kyra, spelled Krykna. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of the spider. Very creepy looking, by the way. These creatures come from a planet called Adelon. But unfortunately, it's not really much of a snowy planet. Now, they are in caverns, which we do see here. So this could quite possibly still be Hoth. And, but I can't remember if it's anywhere near where they were when they went to Mos Eisley. So, um, that could be, going into. And actually, when it comes to like even the lizard itself, if any of you guys are familiar with the lizard, please comment below. Also, shout out to someone last week that actually pointed out a few things I missed in the last episode. One I didn't really miss, I just forgot to comment about because I was so excited about the whole Boba Fett thing. Anyway, so we end up with the rebels helping the Mandalorian and the lizard by killing off the spiders, and then they continue on heading to the moon of Trask, and then we have it. That's pretty much it. More fighting in that. Not really too much Easter eggs, I would say, outside of the X-wings, the rebels, and then of course the Battle Droid Zero, and of course the spiders. A solid episode. Nothing wrong with the episode. I actually enjoyed it. It was much harder to enjoy my eyes on my cell phone. I mean, after not having this available, the episode available on my PC, it kind of made things frustrating. And even my camera decided it doesn't want to work either. So let's just call this the scuffed episode of season 2, and let's hope that it doesn't continue to be like that. But I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like button, make sure to subscribe button. Those are the small Easter eggs that were in chapter 10. It was definitely a nice episode. I call back to a few things, but not much. But we are looking to head towards the Trask and maybe even Mon Calamari. I'm not sure. And also, I think that's also when we're going to really get in depth with our next characters, based on the trailer. So if you remember in the trailer, I'm going to actually show it to you guys really quick before we get into it. In the trailer, there is a point where they do end up in a planet, and it's right around here. So we're going to go and look at it real quick. I might have went back. Okay, right here. There it is. Bam, right there. Okay, so let's go back. So there's the planet, and here it is. Here it is. So here we see that there's the eggs, and then heading to the planet. So this is either the moon of Trask or it's Mon Calamari. I don't think it is. I think this is the moon of Trask that they're located at. But we do have a character right here that ends up coming into frame, and I think she's going to come in next episode. And this actually is I can't remember her name at the moment. I think it's I think this is Sabine Wren, if I'm right. This might be Sabine Wren right here. But don't quote me on that. I won't know until we go into it from next episode. But there you guys have it. That is season 2, chapter 10. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm so sorry for the scuffed review, and hopefully next week Disney Plus won't scuff this up for me to where I can't do a review straight from here and show you guys clips of some awesome things. 3 times you tried to eat some eggs, brother. 3 times. Can't do that. You can't do that. Anyway, as always, I am Putty Man with Gamer Potheads. Do not forget, we're all about that score. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.